What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka the Senator of Chaos and Controversy. I know I've been coming down hard when it comes to addressing white folks in regards to their behaviors and their attitudes and their distaste towards black people. Well, I'm gonna switch the gears a little bit, and I know this is probably gonna piss some black people off, but fuck it, so be it. I'm an equal opportunist. There was an incident out of New York, and the story done went viral over this woman in this city bike confrontation over who had the right to the bike and who paid for it, what have you. And all of a sudden, and I waited a bit, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, when hearing about the story, yeah, I thought it was another situation with a Karen title attached to it. The whole white woman tears shit, trying to get black people fucking in trouble and stuff like that. But then, as I do with most of my videos, and I'm trying to do it better now, I try to wait until I get the full story before tossing my opinion or my points of views or my 2 cents out on the table. Okay. Now, this woman is a nurse. She's 6 months pregnant. So right there, I'm just gonna say it like this: with me having kids and having to deal with my baby mothers and the range of emotions that they go through during their pregnancy, I'm just gonna point that out right there, right off the bat. So when the conclusion was drawn that she was trying to get these black individuals in trouble, I'm looking at the fact that this woman's pregnant. She's going through her emotional stage. She has the receipts to show that she did in fact pay for the bike. So she's coming off of a 12-hour shift. She's exhausted. She's tired. She's stressed. She's pregnant. Okay. So all that factors into her behaviors. Okay. She wasn't coming off like a racist Karen like we see in other videos and stuff that intentionally try to get people in trouble just because. No, there are other factors that contributed to why her emotions were on high. Okay. Um, and then we get to the part where we have the exploitation of racism. This will be the example that I'm gonna use where the cry wolf scenario comes into play, to where you can't make everything a racial situation. You can't label this situation racial, this situation racial, or what have you. Because 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. A person just may be going through some stuff. Now, unless they call you out the N word or is intentionally trying to whatever, I don't believe in this cancel culture bullshit. Because like I done viewed another content creator take on this particular topic. He said it has gotten out of control, and I agree. Ricky Man, who I follow, says cancel culture is just weaponized to just target people for the wrong reasons. This viral video has gotten to a point where it painted this woman in a particular light to where her job put her on leave. Some say she got fired from her job. Okay? When a person has a right to their going to work to make a living, how they may act to the opinions of the public, perception is one thing. Now, if you are a person who is on your job and you act with such discrimination and blatant racism while on that job, and you've affected your clients, your customers, or what have you because you discriminated against them, and that establishment, that job had to take a financial hit because they got sued based on your behaviors, that's a different story. because now you done affected the financial aspect of that business because you want to have your little racial tirade or what have you. That's different. Now, people acting outside of their place of employment, who the fuck cares? If we're going to micromanage every individual's behavior and use that as a reason to justify them getting fired, is nonsense. It's ridiculous. I just want to state that fact right there. Backpedaling just a little bit, it has now come out, and this is the reason why I try to wait before I make my assessment, before I analyze, break down, and toss again my 2 cents on the table. Her lawyer stated and showed the receipts that she indeed paid for that bike. So, I'm sure there are many other options to rent out other bikes. That could have been an issue resolved just like that. She could say, hey, look, I paid for the bike. Those individuals that had a difference of opinion could have looked at her receipt, saw the fact that she was pregnant, and then where's the common decency? You see a pregnant woman, I would have been like, hey, you know what? You need this bike more than I do. Here, it's yours, regardless if I paid for it before you did or not. That's like you seeing a pregnant person on a bus and you already taking a seat and you see this woman's on her feet. The most decent thing you can do is get your ass up out that fucking seat and let that pregnant woman sit down. I mean, where society is at right now with their common decency towards others baffles me. It baffles me to no fucking end. In this case, I'm going to just say she wasn't a Karen. She wasn't. And trying to use this example or this incident to exploit the racial narrative is just, this is the reason why you get a lot of these people who have a lot of pushback when you get a lot of these examples right here to say, hey, we are decent people. We aren't racist. Whatever. Just because we have a disagreement doesn't mean just because I'm white and you're black, I have an issue with you because you're black. It's just a simple disagreement on certain things. But then we have these cases where people just take it far beyond where it needed to go. And make a issue where it wasn't, or it shouldn't have been an issue to begin with. Truth be told, in all reality. And then this is where I argue in defense of certain white people. I understand the frustration when the generalization is put into the atmosphere that all white people are racist. So you have to walk on eggshells to maybe not say something to offend somebody or stand up for yourself, like in this incident, for instance, sorry, I got a little tongue tied there, to stand your ground, rightfully so, because the validation was there to where this woman did in fact and indeed paid for her time for that bike. I would have said that, damn, I never heard of no situation where you rented a bike, but I'd be lying because in Rockford, Illinois, they got the same thing. You can rent a bike to use to get from point A to point B to where you lead that bike to a different station or what have you. Again, this was another situation where this isn't a good look on cancel culture and black folks for entertaining this wrongful narrative. Be mad if you want, but I'm one of them individuals. I don't, how should I say? say things or bring up topics to gain favoritism. I don't. I don't care to be popular here on YouTube, and I don't pander to certain groups. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. What I feel needs to be addressed, I'm going to fucking address it. And I don't care about the rebuttals, the feedback, or whatever that don't agree with me, because not everybody's going to agree with what you say or what opinions you may have. I'm just saying. So that's my little short take on this individual. Oh yeah, and another thing, uh, Sarah Comrie. That's the nurse's name. When we have these incidences that occur, we shouldn't become a bullying society where number one we dox people, we cancel people, or what have you, and then invade their little personal space to where they can't go out into public without fearing retaliation because of the narratives that are put out there without the full context. People are quick to draw conclusions before all the facts are placed before them. And like I said in the beginning, yes, based on how the narrative was being spun, I thought it was like one of them white woman tears cry wolf type of situations. Luckily, I waited before commenting on this situation until all the facts were presented. Now I could come and give my peace of mind and state what I wanted to say, hey, some shit is overkill. This is a prime example of that very fact. Anyway, with that being said, until next time, until next video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you agree with this video, give a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section. If you disagree with this video, hit me with a thumbs down and state your grievances. Either way it goes, hey, I'm not here to entertain an echo chamber. I'm just here to present my point of view on the situation. And like I said, this is therapy for me. So with that being said, peace.